it's Karen here. I am today going to just take you through some Pilates fundamentals with a bit of a twist. I'd love for you to join me for around 20 minutes today. The observant among you will notice I've got a big fluffy pillow with me today, and I'm going to use that to help with some of the movements. I've also got a towel because when I put my feet on my pillow, I don't really want to have my bare feet on my pillow. Call me pedantic, a little bit particular, but that's the way I am. So we are going to just start. If you bring your hands down to your feet and your eyes down, so we're going to just lengthen out through your back. Start with some deep breaths here. Going to breathe in, feel those ribs come out into your back, and on your out breath, those ribs come back together. Again, breathe in, exhale, release. And then as you lift up, we're going to twist. Apologies if you can hear any background noise. It is really hot in the UK here today, and people are out and about, but I need my doors open today for a bit of through breeze. Over to the other side. And then we're going to just bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and start to roll back. Allow your hips to open up and then come up to seated. As you're doing this, just take a moment to listen to your surroundings. What's going on where you are? What sounds can you hear? Just that space to allow yourself to be present. Come onto the mat. How's your body feeling today? Lift up to any bits feel just a little bit tight or tired. Did you sleep well last night? That can all affect how you feel when you come onto the mat. Now I just want you to roll on back, and this time really spin those hips upwards. Let your heels come out. Can you reach your fingertips up and ease a little further back? Now this is where we're going to start to use that pillow. If you shuffle that pillow just closer to your bottom, just behind you, and as you roll back now, it allows you to just focus a bit more on this movement through the hips. Can you spin those hips up to seated? Again, from here, roll on back. This is a little technique I use with anyone who's a bit stiff around the lower back, the lumbar spine, perhaps got quite a lordotic lower back. It's a lovely way to really feel the roll up. Again, just gently roll back. Open up those hips, and this time we're going to hold here. I'd love for you to pull those toes in towards you. I'd love for you to lengthen through the back of the neck, and we're going to breathe in, ring those arms up. Exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, lower. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, lower, and then press through the heels. On your out breath, smoothly up to seated. We'll come into a twist again, looking over your shoulder. Come back round to the other side. And then from here, take your pillow, this time underneath your head, and we're going to roll all the way down towards the mat. Oh, that feels nice. So this time, your head resting down, and it just allows you to feel that length in the back of the neck. Breathe in. On your out breath, connect those ribs with the mat, and just notice, again, how's your lower back feel? Can you feel the weight is even on each side of your pelvis? Press your hands down by your sides and let your knees float up over your hips. Now what I'm hoping for you is that if you can rest your head down on that pillow, it also allows you to soften the shoulders. They're not hunched up here. We can feel the backs of those shoulder blades press into the mat. We can feel that heaviness through your rib cage. We can feel that connection through your tummy. What happens if you bring your hand to your tummy? Gently draw your tummy away from your hand. Take that deep breath into your ribs. Exhale back together. Deep breath in. Exhale back together. And this time on your out breath, feel you gently draw your hips up to your ribs. And then those feet come back down to the mat. Then we'll gently let one knee come out to the side. Breathe in. Exhale, the knee comes back in. Breathe in the other side. Exhale back in. So this knee stays super still. We control that sideways movement in and out. And then from here, we're going to bring your hands to your pillow. Bring it up and over your head. Hold on to your pillow, and then it has got a little bit of weight. It might be a pillow, but it is a weight. And then on your out breath, I want you to just gently press and lift those ribs up off the floor and slowly coming back down. Now, I'm not going mad. What's lovely here is that you've got something to focus on other than your head and shoulders coming off the floor. They are coming off the floor, but focus first on lifting the pillow, rolling up. Feel that you're lifting from your bottom rib. We slowly come back down. Now, how about this time as we come on up? Can you still feel that weight in the back of the pelvis and your bottom rib? Can you soften the shoulders down? Can you let your ribs come a little closer to your hips and then come back down to the mat? Then we are going to lift your knees again. And this time that pillow is going to come between your thighs. So notice the difference already. You know how I love touch points. You've got something to connect with. Great for your core, thighs, pelvic floor. So hands come down by your sides now. We're going to breathe in. And on your out breath, squeeze your thighs together. We're going to breathe in. And on your out breath, squeeze those thighs together. Draw your hips up to your ribs. Feel for that connection. Then let your fingertips come over your shoulders, over your head. Breathe in, and on your out breath, we're going to roll up, reach towards your feet. Come back down, breathe in. On your out breath, roll up, slowly come back down. Again, on your out breath, roll up, slowly come back down. Keep that pillow between your feet, your thighs. Your hands come down by your sides, and now we're going to press and lift up into a bridge. Still using that pillow for a bit of connection. Breathe in. On your out breath, squeeze. Breathe in. On your out breath, squeeze. Keep sending those hips up. Breathe in. On your out breath, squeeze, and then we'll roll back down towards the mat. Then from here, just so we open up your hips, pop that pillow underneath your hips now. So now your hips are slightly lifted. Again, lovely technique if you're someone whose lower back tends to just want to do the movement. So this is a great way of just moving that pelvis slightly. The hips switch off because they're not having to hold your pelvis in place. You can open up the lower back and really feel your abs working. So let's lift again those knees over your hips. I love this for opening up the hips. We're going to bring both feet up to the ceiling now. Again, if you're someone who struggles to touch their toes, this is going to feel so much more comfortable. Pelvis heavy, ribs heavy, hands by your sides. Deliberately bringing my toes towards my forehead. So I'm going to push your heels away. And then from here, you're going to bring one knee in and just start to gently let the other leg come out and away. Keeping that connection. Pelvis on the pillow, ribs to the floor. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, gently press. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, gently press. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, gently press. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, press. Breathe in, bend. Exhale, press. Knees bend, hands by your sides. Send those feet up towards the ceiling. Draw your toes in towards you. And then let your feet come back down to the mat. Now, can you just slide one leg out and away? And you're going to open up through your hips. You get that lovely stretch. Change sides. Send that other leg out and away. Open up through your hip. Come back in. And then from here, let's keep that pillow underneath your bottom for now. Let your knees lift up. Toes come up towards the ceiling. And then let your hands reach up towards your toes. Now, what I'd love for you to do is, as you breathe out, bring your toes towards you. Feel your lower back presses into the mat. And as you breathe in, push the feet away. Feel the pelvis back onto the pillow. Breathe out. In, inhale, out. Breathe out. In, inhale, out. Now, it looks like the legs are doing the work. Actually, what we're focusing on is the movement through the pelvis and the lower back. Those little movements through the lower back, those big vertebrae opening up as you come to here and coming back to neutral as you come back to there. Think about how lovely it is for that spine to move. All that circulation, all that blood circulating around the spine. Lovely for the back. And then those feet come back down and in towards the mat. Let's move on. Now we are going to come into your roll up. So we're going to just bring that cushion down by your side. Send those feet out and away. Bring your arms up and over your head. And then as you breathe in, the toes flick up. On your out breath, we roll up and we're going to reach forwards past your feet. And then draw your ribs in. Open those hips up, coming all the way down to the mat. Breathe in as you come up. Exhale, roll up and come forwards. That feel of those ribs being pulled back. Open those hips up all the way down to the floor and lengthen. One more time, up. Roll up. Reach forwards. And then from here, we're going to come up over. From here, we're going to come over onto your side. We're going to just take that pillow, this time popping it between your thighs again, to again feel that you've got something to squeeze and hold on to. Also lovely for this alignment through the hips and pelvis. So push through the forearm, lift up and hold. Slowly come back down. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, come down. Gently touch, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, come down, then lift up at the top and hold. Can you gently let your top knee lift? And then squeeze the thighs. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, squeeze the thighs. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, squeeze. This hand comes to the back of the head. Breathe in, down. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, down. Exhale, lift. One more time. Breathe in, lower. Exhale, lift. Then come and have a seat. We'll do the same thing over the other way. So on the other side of the mat, still squeezing that cushion between your thighs. We start with your in-breath, slowly lower, breathe in, come up, exhale down, again from here, lift. Now, can you come all the way up, slowly tap down, breathe in, lift, tap down, breathe in, lift, tap down, and then this time as you lift, breathe in, lift, exhale, squeeze, breathe in, lift, exhale, squeeze, breathe in, lift, exhale, squeeze, hand to the back of the head, breathe in, down, exhale, lift, breathe in, down, exhale, lift, and lower, and lift, down, and come back to seated. Coming onto your hands and knees now, and we're going to actually start with this pillow just between your thighs. So it's like a bolster or a horse. We sit back on it and we're going to allow your body to come over the pillow. How nice is that? And down to the floor. Then try and bring your knees a little wider. Allow your ribs to come down. Those hands to come forwards. Take 3 deep breaths here, breathing in. Exhale, stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, stretch. And in. And release. And then we'll come back onto your hands and knees. Then from here, we're going to allow your back to round and lengthen and round and lengthen. Then take your opposite hand to knee up and away from the mat. That foot comes out, the toe close to the mat. Your hand comes to your back. Gently press your back up into your hand. Feel for that lovely connection. Sending the tail to your heels. The ribs come up, back down to your hands and knees. Other side, lift and hover. Will come out, hand to your back. Press the ribs to your hands. Tail to your heel, back down to your hands and knees. And then from here, your toes come under. We're going to lift and hover. Same feels. One foot comes out, the other foot comes away. Tail to your heels, those ribs lift. Breathe in on your out breath. Let one leg lift up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Come back down. Hold that position. Back to your knees. sit back and stretch out. And then from your hands and knees again, lift and hover. This time we're going to lengthen. Now, press from your middle finger to your toe. Watch and notice my back. I drop that back down into the mat. As I come back, I start to lift the ribs up, and then I'm going to round my back. Breathe in, we come out. We're going to lengthen. We tap. I'm going to round my back. Out. Lengthen. Tap, round, back to the other side, lift and hover. We come out, lengthen, tap, round the back, in, lengthen, tap. That lovely control you have of your spine. Out, tap, round, back down, then into our twist. We'll lift up. We're going to come round to the back of your shoulder. And then we lift up. All the moves. Back down, other side. Breathe in, come up, come round to the back of your shoulder. We're going to lift. And then back onto your hands and toes. And slowly we'll lower down to the mat. And as you come down, bring your head to your hands, your thighs together. We're going to let your head lift. Come out past your fingers. Send your tail to your heels, lower back down. Breathe in, up, ribs forwards, we lower. Up, ribs forwards, we lower. Slide your leg out, open the hip up, come back down. Slide the leg out, open the hip up, back down. Again, out, open the hip, and lower. Out, open the hip, and lower. Now, can you send both feet out? Kick those legs, breathing in and out. In and out. In and down. And then from here, elbows level with your shoulders, palms down. That forehead gently touches the mat. Your tail spins down to your heels, and we lift the arms, keeping that little hollow under your tummy. Breathing down, exhale back. Breathing down, exhale back. Allow your arms to move. Imagine they're like butterfly wings. In and back. In and then elbows under your shoulders, palms forwards. Press. We lift up. Slowly we come down. Press. We lift up. Slowly we come down. Your option, tail away, toes under, lift and hold. Tail to your heels, draw the ribs in, hold to your knees and sit back and stretch out through your back. So let's take that pillow again, and now we're going to just think about our teasers. So we're going to have that just almost sitting on it, and we'll roll back and we're going to open those hips up. So we open the hips up to the ceiling, and we're going to let your legs come. So now your calves are parallel with the mat, thighs in towards each other, and those feet lift up, and we press through the balls of the feet. Can you let go now and hold? So that extra little bit of support from that pillow behind you. Reach up, knees bend, come back and roll forwards. Again from here, all you need, just that little bit of extra support from that pillow. Knees up, legs up, feet out. Be confident.
I don't have an answer for that.
Breathe in. Be confident here. Breathe in. Reach. In. Reach. And back down. We're coming down to the mat. Just popping a towel over my pillow because I'm going to put my feet on it. Just gives us a little bit more lift. It feels quite nice for your feet as we come into our bridge. Hands by your sides. Press and roll up into a bridge. Those hips slightly more lifted. Press into the backs of your arms, slide the head away, and we're going to let your leg lift up. Bring your toe towards you, push the foot away, let your foot come back down. Breathe in, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Roll back down. Scoop your pillow under your bottom, ready for our scissors. Those feet come up. Ribs down, hands by your sides. Breathe in and out, and in and out. Again, in and out, in and out. Feet down, hands by your sides. Roll under and lift. Fingertips come up, all the way up and over your head. Roll back down. Take your pillow between your thighs. Roll under, up, over, all the way back down towards the mat. And then this time we're going to roll up and just, if you put that pillow lengthways and roll on back, so the bottom of the pillow needs to be just at the bottom of the ribs, and those feet come up. It's going to give us a little bit more assistance here. Fingertips come up and we scissor in, out. We're not resting on the pillow, we're using it to help us, just like we did with your teaser. In, out, in, out. And then let yourself lower back down. Ah, that feels so nice. Open up through your chest, so nice on that back. Just allows those shoulders to open. Let both feet come up again, and just a little twist here now. Breathe in, come over. Exhale, we come back. Breathe in, over. Exhale, back. Breathe in, across. Exhale, back. One more time, in and back. And then just allow your knees to come in, still with your head and shoulders down on your pillow. Lower back down, feet back down towards the floor, hands onto your ribs. Breathe in. Exhale, ribs back together. Come back again, being aware of how your body feels, of your surroundings, of your breath, of the first thing you're going to do when you finish. A cup of tea, cold, sparkling water, something for you. That's all from me and my pillow today. I look forward to seeing you for the next session.